Welcome back to the hardest series in my GM history, where we're trying to finish the season 500,000 fans ahead of second place and win all the trophies whilst playing on the hardest difficulty settings. We're coming off the back of our biggest ever week in terms of rivalries, big matches and drama, and we've got a big uphill task ahead of us in our quest to complete this challenge, as we're now only 97,000 fans ahead of second place SmackDown. We're in a financial crisis, but I truly believe we can still win this challenge. I've pulled off greater feats, and I encourage you to stick with us through this one because there are going to be plenty of highs and probably plenty more lows to come too. Last week, we saw our financial demise as 4 of our jobbers needed new contracts and they demanded way more money than we could have ever anticipated. Stacked McSlacks demanded a monstrous $319,000 to stay, and the rumours of having his head turned by a lucrative contract in Saudi Arabia appeared to be true. And we had to say goodbye to Stacked, but not before he got a final send-off by beating the fan favourite Jackson Smooth. Even though Jackson Smooth is on a bit of a losing streak and actually sits at a 1-5 record for the season so far, he continues to work his way to the top of the popularity standings. It could be argued that he is the fan favourite with NXT right now, and it's all due to the fact that he will always turn up and deliver a performance, win or lose, with 100% commitment to the show. We also saw the end of an era, maybe even multiple eras. Cora Cutt became the female champion, dethroning Trixie Gambit from the top, but the number one talking point was undeniably the fact that Kyle Slickman took down the former king Jerry Hattrick, becoming the world champion and forcing Jerry well down the power ranking pecking order. Kyle, the NXT world champion and Jobbers World Cup champion, looks unstoppable right now. And no one seems to know if Jerry will be able to recover from this, including Jerry himself, though his new stable, GOAT Season, have been trying to lift his spirits in the press. I checked my inbox for the week, and you know what? Despite our hard times recently, I'm feeling optimistic. I still think we can do this. I think we can win this week, put on a great show, but we'd have some more short-term problems to overcome before we could do that. Women's champion Cora Cutt wants $53,000 to sign a new contract, and that seems fair, so I pay it. Although money is still extremely tight, it leaves us with just $170,000 in the bank. Jackson Smooth, the icon, the Disco King, wants $92,000. I want to pay it, but the $64,000 counter offer seems so appealing. I don't want to upset Jackson because he could storm out and tear up his contract. On one hand, I'm desperate. On the other, it's Jackson Smooth. What do I do? Well, there's only one thing I could do. I had to send the counter offer. We couldn't risk another hell in a regular ring week. I just didn't have the marketing budget for the continued epic echoing voiceover effects. Hopefully he accepts. Oh no, he rejected it. I have to pay up or let him leave. Stacked left us last week, Chuck McWagon left us the week before, and now Jackson Smooth stays. I signed the contract. We can't lose this white-hot talent, not now, not ever. Once again, I'm left scrambling to put on a show this week. There's $78,000 in the bank, and our best arena costs $100,000 alone. We're going to have to hustle, but I believe in this roster to deliver. And it turns out the problems didn't stop there. I promised Triton a singles match last week, and I forgot to give it to him. Now he's angry with me and sees a major decrease to his morale. And Jerry Hattrick, down in the dumps, tells me he's seriously unhappy with his losing streak and it must stop. His happiness is shot. Am I going to be able to save NXT from going under in this challenge? I use a free advertising booking and a free special effects booking. I can't afford the biggest arena, and I'd have to book as smartly as possible, starting now and continuing through the next few weeks. The opening match saw Triton, angry from missing out last week, taking on Dante Roberts, the man that lost his tag team belt last week. There would be no chance to regain his belt because his teammate, Silence, one of the brand's hottest prospects, would be getting a push in the singles division tonight. Dante starts the match on top, destroying Triton with creative moves and a wooden stick. I don't think I've ever seen such a one-sided match in the history of the Jobbers run, but Triton finds a way back in, and it doesn't matter how battered and bruised he is, the only thing that matters is who is going to go through that table. Will Triton be able to defy the odds and come back from this Dante demolition job? He sets the table up in the corner. He picks Dante up. No! Dante reverses. This man spins around more than Kylie Minogue in the 1990s, but Triton once again works his way back into the match. I can't call which way this one's going to go. These two have been going at it for 20 minutes so far. Dante hits Triton with a special move, the tactical nuke. They've been brawling for so long, and yet Dante still finds time to start glitching. This man sure knows how to please a crowd, but Triton battles back again and hits Dante with the royal seal of disapproval. I'm not sure how these two are still going. Triton finally has Dante on the table, and he slams him through it. He might not have military experience, but he sure racks up victories. No? Oh, okay. We start the week with a 3.5 star great rating, and I'm sure you'll agree, that's harsh and we deserved more. Still, it's a solid start and we'll need that to continue. The screens then light up around the arena and Kyle Slickman appears, cigar in one hand, whiskey in the other, and his World Championship belt draped proudly over his shoulder. What is he going to say? He laughs. Manically. GOAT season? More like last season? He calls Jerry Hattrick a one-season wonder and then goes on an angry rant, questioning why Jackson Smooth would bother to form an alliance with him. Kyle, the most popular superstar on our roster currently, lays down a challenge. He wants to face Jackson Smooth at Backlash, but will Jackson respond? In our second match, Penelope Perfect takes on Ali Brawler. These two have a level 1 rivalry and have faced off numerous times in the tag team scene, but recently have started to take issue with each other on a personal level. I'm not sure who will win this one. It seems a fairly even contest on paper, but wait. Cora Cut runs from backstage and attacks Ali Brawler. The female members of GOAT season team up to take down Hell to Pay's Ali Brawler, and Penelope walks away with another victory that feels a little dirty. Are we sure she's not heel? It's a 2.5 star match, a respectable outcome for us, all things considered. Adrian Williams takes to the stage to gas himself up. He says, "You saw me beat up John the Fish Herman a couple of weeks ago, and now he's a tag team champ. And you saw me in a tag team of my own when I appeared on Love Guyland in the summer. I might have tried to leave recently, but I'm here to stay and make a mark." He gains zero popularity for his self-promo. Well played, Adrian. Precious Silver and Maya T. Kirk then face off against Sammy George and Danielle Wallace again. This is a level 2 rivalry. Precious Silver starts by being battered by her rivals, who taunt her for dressing like everyone from the future dressed in literally every old TV show. It's a good job her partner Maya T. Kirk has the skills and strength required to battle their team back into the match. These teams aren't particularly popular, and the fans use this as a good chance to take a bathroom break. As they return from their break with a root beer and a hot dog in hand, they see something unbelievable. Maya T. Kirk pinning Danielle Wallace to give her team the victory. Maya and Precious pick up their first victory of the season, and Sammy George loses her perfect 4-0 record. The fans missed a 2.5 star OK match, not the worst thing to miss, but there's a rivalry brewing here that they definitely won't miss next time. Cash Suplex decides now is the time to advertise his casinos. Come on down to the Cash Suplex Casino Complex this week and you'll get yourself a free drink and a $5 chip to use on any casino game of your choice. As long as you lose the chip, cannot be converted into real money. You must take a loss on the evening and you must pay for the drink on your way out. The fans, missing the fine print, think that was an excellent advertising promo. Cash loses just 2 popularity and gains $21,000 for NXT. That was so needed, but the question is, why is the lean, mean money machine so desperate to get people into his casino? Weird. It now came down to the main event, and the relentless pressure on Jerry Hattrick's shoulders does not let up for a single moment. Having fallen completely out of the world title picture and completely out of the tag team picture, he has just one belt remaining, the North American Championship, and he'll have to try to defend that championship right now as he faces Silence, the recently dethroned tag team champ, the Jobbers World Cup runner-up, and a tables match specialist who has earned the right to be put into this singles title picture. Is he going to be able to win this smaller title at his first attempt? Or will Jerry Hattrick turn around his fortunes and put an end to his 5-match losing streak? Someone was about to get slammed through a table, but who would it be? Find out in the next episode of Jobbers Only.